Hi, welcome to the Grumpy Old Nerds. I'm Uncle John, your elder who knows way too much about movies, comics, TV, and all kind of stuff like that. And as always, I have my friends with me. That wig is still back there, isn't it?
It is.
That looks kind of that looks
It
kind of
looked
creepy
like it's
behind
creeping behind you.
me. Right, right. If that thing starts moving, y'all please let me know. Anyway, as always, I have my friends with me to talk about stuff, and as always, my opinion matters, and theirs may or may not, depending on if they agree with me. Up top, I
Keep
thought we
talking about
had.
Doctor Who. Keep talking
I'm
about
talking about
Doctor
every.
Who.
I'm talking about every damn thing. Uh, I believe that's Auntie Nicole up top, but all I see is Beetlejuice and Mike Myers, and not the good kind. Oh my God. Okay, so
She's got a nice
All right.
selection of masks.
I don't know. I don't know. You need to take off that Noxzema, Auntie Nicole. Under her is Uncle Percy, who's got the that thing that scared the bejesus out of me when I was a kid on broadcast TV. Hi, Uncle Percy.
Hello, everybody.
Next up, we have Uncle Tony from Challenges Games and Comics. Hi, Uncle Tony.
How you guys doing today?
Magnificent. That costume you have on is fantastic, right?
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, you got that kid and play hair on, right?
Oh,
Hey,
Jesus.
well, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I can't grow
And last
anything down here, but I still got
There
this.
you go. Hey, you know what? Look here. All right. So, and last but not least, we have Uncle Rod. How are you, sir?
What's up, y'all?
Oregon. What are you doing with an Oregon cap on?
Hey, man, I always love the Ducks, man. I guess it
You
was all
are
the uniform combinations got me.
you are a mighty duck indeed, Uncle Rod. So, without further ado, so of course we all know the holiday season is coming up, and by holiday season I mean Halloween. And we have so many. Auntie Nicole, that's just fucking distracting. By the way, but I'm going to continue. And along with the holiday season are all kinds of scary movies and things that make you go boo, and gory shit and ridiculous shit. And I thought we could talk about first tonight. We talk about horror movie tropes that you're just fucking tired of seeing when you
Yeah.
watch horror films or TV or anything like that. I believe Auntie Nicole had something for. Oh, Auntie Nicole is back, by the way. I believe there we go. Horror movie tropes you can't stand. You know what?
Oh,
So
well,
so
this isn't all inclusive, just so you guys
right,
know. But
right. Right. Come on, Auntie Nicole, take it from here, please.
so we all know, we all know we got our favorite scary movies, but there's also things that happen, and it's like, what the frick is everybody doing? I mean, I actually like all the meta scary movies like Scream and such. That's always calling out these same tropes and such, but just the things that drive you nuts. You know what I'm saying? So, in my case here, if I was going to pick anything, you would think it would be Fallen. No, it is the double tap. Okay, I am from the hood. You have to make sure they are dead. You understand? It's the bang them up, shoot them up, stab them
Okay.
up, take their head off, the whole 9 yards. Get rid of
Right.
them. Okay, but that's my favorite. But
I mean,
anyway, you guys
yeah.
take some.
It's one
No,
of the rules
I
of
get
Zombieland. Double tap.
There you
right. I
go.
was gonna bring that up. Yeah, Zombieland. They were
It's
like, yeah,
like
you make sure you kill that motherfucker twice.
it's like yes, okay.
So, Uncle Percy, what would be of this list, or maybe something of your own, of something a horror movie trope that you just cannot stand?
Let's see. Uh, Probably Final Girl or Girls.
Yeah.
Final girl. So, Uncle Percy, explain to those of us who may not know what a final girl is
It's
in a
just that
horror film.
last girl that survived after everybody gets killed. Simple as that.
Okay.
It
And
is
you don't like
simply how.
It needs to be a brother or somebody else than some white girl that survives after everybody dies. It's just that's me.
Okay.
okay. Okay.
Cindy.
Uncle Uncle
Right.
Uncle Tony, is there a horror movie trope that you just can't stand?
Well, I mean, to me, there wouldn't be any horror movies if it wasn't, for the whole situational awareness. Okay, just people
There you
just
go.
making stupid things. And that commercial, that they airing now and stuff, where the teens like, oh, let's run into this tool shed with all these sharp objects in it. It's like, no,
Right?
okay.
Right. Oh, okay. That
Absolutely.
commercial was like, yeah, we could run to the car, but we're gonna run to the tool
Yeah.
shed.
Let's
Yeah.
hide behind the chainsaws.
Yeah,
Right.
and like I said, that commercial completely, brings out how the worst thing is situational awareness.
Yes.
Okay. I agree with you. I agree with you.
Absolutely.
Uncle Rod, which would yours be if you
Um, I could never stand the people who look back as they're trying to run full speed.
Yes.
Because that creates the falling, right?
Right.
Also the reason that they decide to try to run and then look back, let's check out that sound. But
Mhm.
the one that particularly pisses me off is let's check out that sound by ourselves.
Okay.
Right.
Let's split up so that we're all by ourselves to check these sounds out
And never come back to the movie.
and never come back.
Right.
So
Right.
those
Okay.
those two are ones that I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
I guess for me, and I don't see it up here if I'm not mistaken, but when you're in a situation and there's a group of people and someone says, let's split up. No, I want all you motherfuckers with me so I can throw you down the stairs at the killer while I
Okay.
escape.
Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what
at this
Regina
point,
King did.
if there's somebody chasing us with a machete, it's every man for himself. And I'm going to make sure that I can feed you to whatever alien is chasing us so that I can
Absolutely.
escape.
Regina
see-
King did that. Do you remember Scary Movie when they had the skeleton chasing after her? And she was like, oh, yes, there goes Cindy. Let her kill her ass and I'll be over here.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. That's real shit.
So
Absolutely.
you're gonna be the Burke in Aliens, and then while you're waiting to see what happens to them, you're the one that's gonna get killed. Because the
Probably.
thing is, there's more than one thing in there, and that one's
Oh,
gonna kill
well,
you.
there's that thing.
Well, there's the short-sightedness in it, of course, and the situational
Okay.
awareness. But at the time, I'm sure I'll think it's a good idea
Yeah.
to put a
But
warm body between me and the weapon of the
that's
bad
true.
person who's trying to kill us.
That's true.
I mean that,
But the one
and of
thing
course
that I
the
will say that
yes,
bugs me the hell out of me is when people do things. You guys remember in the first Alien when Yaphet Kotto's character was trying to save the girl and he was telling her to move and she just
yeah,
stood there screaming. And what the
Yeah,
thing do? It killed him and then it turned around and killed her. And
yep.
it is
right.
like that is the
So all
whole
that shit
point
was
of
in vain.
defending yourself. I
All right,
was like,
hold on.
what is it
Here's
doing?
another thing too. All right,
Okay.
if you're the brother, don't be trying to save the white girl. Okay, let her go.
It never
Absolutely.
fails, does
Let
it?
her go.
Absolutely.
It's like don't go back because if you go back, it's over.
Well,
Yeah,
okay. So
that's one that's not on there. Running back for something
Yeah,
or somebody.
yeah.
right.
Mhm.
Well, there's always the fact that if you want to save everybody, and I believe this is it Night of the Living Dead, George Romero's first zombie film? Yeah. Oh, please, Tony, tell him I'll take a message. So, but Night of the Living Dead, George Romero's first zombie film, filmed in black and white, where the brother
Mhm.
gets through all of this, he survives the
Oh,
entire film, and then
Yep.
comes out and gets shot
Can
by the people who were by the people who were trying to kill the zombies. It's like
Oh,
damned if you
my
do, damned
gosh.
if you don't. Being
That's
a
the
black
ultimate
person in a
irony.
horror
See,
film,
I always
yeah,
thought of that as some racist stuff when I was a kid.
You
It's
know,
like if
and
he
that
had
was
been white,
actually
he
their
wouldn't have
second
got
half
shot.
of it. They actually thought about that. They said that was part of it because the whole theme was behind. Here it is. You have this black man, the least likely character to go through this whole thing in that entire movie, just to turn around. In the town, they did do a thing about that, saying yes, these guys was racist, and here's the black man. So it's not the zombies that kill you. You know what I'm saying?
It's the
well, I
racism.
mean,
It's the racism.
It's a zombie plague.
Yeah,
Nah,
it's not the
that
living
good old
dead.
race is gonna end up killing your black ass.
Yeah.
Oh
There you go.
gosh, I tell you. But yeah, so
So
those those are the tropes that I can't stand.
okay. Well,
I wish they
speaking
would make a
of
smart movie. I
well,
wish they would.
speaking of making some smart horror, Stephen King, the adaptation of Stephen King's It will be premiering this Sunday on HBO Max. Is it Max? Is it HBO? Whatever the fuck they call it now. It Welcome to Derry premieres on Sunday, and more of Pennywise, please, because of course, who
Yes.
doesn't love a scary ass clown? And I believe we have the trailer for. I'm talking slow, so milk it queued up. I believe we have the final trailer for the series now. If at all possible, super producer Mel, could you run that, please?
Derry is a beautiful place, but things do happen from time to time.
Maddie was last seen the night of January 4th at the theater.
He did tell me he'd been seeing weird stuff for a while before he disappeared. What in the hell is it?
The Sonoricha. You know, an evil spirit.
We have to tell someone.
No one's gonna believe us.
What happened out there, Helen?
We have 25 disappearances, mostly children.
Something bad's coming.
What is it? Answer me! I don't know!
That thing. He came back.
Do you think somebody could kidnap a kid and keep him underground? In the sewers.
What is that?
This ain't America. This is Derry.
Oh shit!
This ain't America. This is
This
Derry.
is Derry. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do you see the glee in what's up, Alton? Do you see
What's
the
up?
glee in Nicole's Nicole's face? Just like, oh, this is just purely orgasmic shit. So my question to you all is, what are our expectations for this series? Because one thing that I was reading up on is that Stephen King's horror, and not anthology, but Stephen King's little horror
Collections.
connections are all within this town of Derry, and a lot of other Stephen King's work will be making like cameos and Easter eggs throughout.
Okay.
Like
Callbacks.
another,
Cool.
yeah, in
Shawshank
another
Redemption.
in
A couple
another
of different ones that's coming in.
right in another trailer, they show somebody going to prison, and the prison that they're going to is Shawshank.
Shawshank. Yep.
Yeah. And then also there's a character named Dick Halloran who is in this, who is the same character from The Shining,
Yep.
a black man who has telepathic powers, and he's
Okay.
tuned into all the shit that's happening in the town of Derry. And he also, Percy, that's scaring the fuck out of me right now. I just want you to know.
That is a
that
great
shit is
horror
burned in
movie,
my
by the way.
brain
That
like
is
when
one of the
from when we were
it is
kids.
an amazing movie.
Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So yes, the character of Dick Halloran, who in The Shining was played by, was it
Scatman, was it Scatman Crothers?
Scatman Crothers? Thank you.
Mhm.
Who has been through all of this shit, and of course, the recurring theme, racism in this particular show, and how the black people are treated. But yes, your expectations for it. Welcome to Derry. As always with these particular with this particular subject matter, Auntie Nicole, I will let you go first because I could just tell you are just
You ready to go?
say something vulgar. Go ahead.
But no, seriously. I mean, I would like, because I know they're going back to like before the town was even a town, you know, like when they was living like Little House on the Prairie days type of thing. But it would be nice if they touched on the beginnings, the whole thing with the turtle, and the turtle being kind of like the overseer over it, you know, because remember, it doesn't really have a form other than what people can make out it to be, which is a spider. And that's what they kind of see. And that's the only way they can describe it. But it doesn't have a form. And the turtle is, and you'll see a lot of references to a turtle in the movies and stuff too, because the turtle is the one thing that's more powerful than it, because it's from the beginning of whatever it is, the history. And it would be nice if they touched on that a little bit to show how it ended up getting into Derry.
Okay, so you looking for a damn turtle in all of this?
Yeah, to see how it, what I'm saying, ended up in Derry and how this whole cosmic thing happened with the turtle.
Okay. Uncle Percy, any expectations out of this show?
Nope.
Nice. Okay, you gonna watch it?
Nope.
Nice.
Aw.
Okay. Any particular reason you just don't like this particular storyline, or you scared, or what?
I just not honestly, I'm not into horror movies. I was just talking to my physical therapist saying I'm not really into horror movies. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll watch one every blue moon, but and be honest, horror movies haven't been the same. So
I do agree. No, I'm a need for you to kind of go a little bit deeper into that. Not the same in terms of what?
Well, like the movies that we used to watch when we grew up, well, I think were a little bit more, how do you say it? More bloody, more
entertaining
storyline, right? Whereas, like for this,
bloody and entertaining are the same.
Go
ahead.
Well, like who is it? I don't know. Who gives a fuck about that? He don't know. Like, come on. It's stuff
I can
like
understand
that.
where he's coming from with that, though. I do understand where he's coming from.
I want to see some stuff, some goofy stuff with like Jason. You just can't stop Jason, and you try to challenge him, and Jason just fucks you up. Or Jason do some some stupid shit, and Jason just kills you because he's just like, I'm gonna get you, but you just screw up stuff like that.
You just want a killing machine that'll slaughter everybody.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, man.
I ain't mad at that. Uncle Tony, are you a horror fan?
I like to think I'm a horror fan. Strangely enough, though, I go like the opposite way. All the shows and stuff, like, Saw, all the new stuff that's hot where everybody's getting like, killed all different ways and everything. Those to me are like shock jock things. Like I said, I'm old school. I can get into like an Alfred Hitchcock, old movie and enjoy it without all the blood and guts. I can get into some old Vincent Price stuff, but like I said, I was a kid in the 80s and stuff, Jason, Halloween, all those guys, and I'm all with those guys. But to me and stuff, I just want a good story.
Okay. Says the author and comic book shop owner. So are you looking forward to it? Is this something that you would watch?
Oh, yeah. I mean, literally, just to keep up with all the stuff you guys are watching, I just subscribed to HBO Max. So
nice.
HBO Max, you hear that shit? We looking for a check, damn it. Uncle Rod, what are you thinking about this? You anticipating it?
I'm not really that big of a horror fan. I guess, certain genres of horror I watch over others. I watched both versions of It, and I was sufficiently scared in both of them. I'm kind of looking at this to be since it's the same director of the latest theatrical. I'm looking for them to kind of connect some more threads to the previous film that they did, which I'm sure they will at some point. But to be honest with you, I would rather they put this time and money into season 2 of Lovecraft Country.
It would have been nice.
Yeah,
it would have been nice. It would have been nice.
Starting some shit.
Well, how many episodes?
Just saying.
The
Just
series
saying.
on HBO?
What'd you say, Tony?
How many episodes is it?
10, I think. I think it was 10.
Oh, well, we should get some good storytelling out of 10 episodes.
Yeah, you would think, right?
I hope.
That's plenty of time.
Yeah.
It is going to be 8 episodes.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Still
so
good.
8 episodes. So, I mean, that's no filler. Straight to the chase, damn it. This
Yes,
should all be good.
which is great. Awesome.
All right. Well, let's do this. Let's go ahead and take a break. And when we come back, we will go the completely opposite direction and talk about Peacemaker season 2. And I wait with bated breath to hear Uncle Percy talk about this shit until he can't talk no more. And then after that, let's dive into Uncle Tony's corner because it sounds like he's got some really interesting stuff for us to discuss. So, after these messages, we'll be right back.
New York's got a way of swallowing men whole. The streets bleed. They think this city belongs to them. And hope, that died with the last honest man.
Two things you can't take back on this job, kid. Bullets out of your gun and words out of your mouth.
I know that already.
This city don't run on loss. It runs on fear, and I own every drop of it.
You don't own the city. You infected it. And I'm the cure.
I lost a friend, and I will not rest until this killer is found.
I wasn't always like this. I had a simple life. Then I found the mask.
You think a mask makes you righteous, Spider-Man? You're just another freak hiding in the dark.
Maybe. But I'm the freak that keeps the city breathing.
Welcome to OMG Comics.
Welcome to OMG.
Oh my goodness, the hair, the pink. Someone's a fan.
You don't know my life.
I'm Stephanie Okeke, and I am one of the founders of OMG Comics.
Smells like
money. We've only been open for a few months, so, you know, we're still getting the hang of things.
Ha! You missed! Am I okay? Am I bleeding?
We write in the blueprint of how we do it.
Nobody gets into the comic book industry because they want money. They get into it because they love comics.
Come on, that was pretty funny. I know you ain't talking. Bro.
We are not lame. We are the best comic shop in all of LA.
Comic shop.
I like to think that our uniqueness and our passion for comics are what's going to keep the people coming in. This is our calling.
Now, who's on sweeping duty?
Dang it! God, I'll go get the broom.
We're going to the comic shop.
Stephanie, so you're running a zoo. Stephanie, so you don't clean your store like you don't clean your room. Stephanie, comic book shop. You'll soon be driving cab.
Going to the comic shop. Going to the comic shop.
Hi, welcome back. Jesus Christ. We're the Grumpy Old Nerds. Once again, I'm Uncle John. That lunatic next to me is Auntie Nicole. That black space next to her is Uncle Percy. Under him is Uncle Tony, and next to him is Uncle Rod. We review and talk about stuff, and a lot of times I just hate on shit just because I'm old and grumpy. But you know, sometimes I have a pretty solid opinion. And speaking of opinions, so the second season of Peacemaker has come to a close. I am a fan of Peacemaker, the TV show. I have yet to experience James Gunn fatigue, although I feel it coming like a cold. I feel that tickle in the back of my throat. My James Gunn fatigue is coming close because he writes the same shit every time. But with Peacemaker, it is at least entertaining and amusing. I'm going to say it out loud. The season finale for me was disappointing. There, I've said it. I have to say it. I don't know if Auntie Nicole watches Peacemaker.
I watched a couple episodes. I saw the one when they was jumping through the worlds, and
I saw a couple episodes. Yeah.
I'm just not a fan. I can't. It's like I don't know what it is. They kidnapped him in the last one that I saw. So because after they finished jumping through the worlds and he got out of prison, and all that kind of stuff. But it's like, I just
Yeah,
can't. I can't.
you wasn't following that shit, Nicole. We get
It
it.
just was. I couldn't stick my teeth in it. Couldn't.
You going to sink your teeth into it.
It broke out into like song and stuff and rock band. I was like, oh, okay.
Nicole said, "Wasn't nobody dying in this shit."
Yeah, I was gonna say, with not enough people getting shanked for her.
Not enough
death limbs cut off, stuff like that.
Uncle Percy, as I stated before break, I was waiting for Uncle Percy. Uncle Percy, let us have it.
This some bullshit.
There we go. There we go.
So okay, I liked the second to the last episode, but I didn't like the last episode because it was bullshit. Now this is supposed to steer into the DC universe. I don't know where the fuck he's going because he didn't explain anything. He put him into another universe, and yes, it opens up the door for Amanda Waller and all this, about Amanda Waller and all that stuff. But because of the new, what's the new prison they called it? I forgot what they called it. Some new prison.
Salvation.
Yeah, Salvation. So that's supposed to, I guess, bring in what's her name and some other folks. But I thought this whole thing is supposed to lead into his other movies like Clayface and all that stuff. But it seems like it's not doing it because.
Did I lose him or?
You put your hand up. You stopped talking.
Or did he freeze? Do I have that power? Unfreeze.
I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
So, okay, Uncle Percy brings up a good point about salvation. And Rod, I don't know if you saw the last episode.
I have not yet.
Okay. So,
but I know, but I pretty much know what happened, so it's all good.
Right. Uncle Tony, have you seen? Do you even watch Peacemaker?
Oh, I watched season 1. I haven't watched any of season 2 yet.
Okay. So what Uncle Percy is referring to is in the comic run, DC had a series Salvation Run, where a lot of supervillains were thrown onto a world, and they just kind of had to fend for themselves. That was the government's way of getting rid of the villains, is throwing them on Salvation, and the series was called Salvation Run, if I'm not mistaken. So this was James Gunn's version of the beginning of Salvation Run, and that's going to lead directly into the next Superman film. How it does, not really sure, but I'm sure at some point Superman and Lex will have to team up in some kind of way to either rescue the villains from Salvation or some bigger existential threat comes along. But for me, the last episode of Peacemaker was a filler episode. You know what I'm saying? It when they in these series where you have filler episodes where not a whole lot's going on, but then something you're just trying to get in. It's
kind of like a bridge from one event to the other.
Right.
And this is the last episode, so what the hell?
Well, and that's the disappointment because there was a lot of exposition. There was a lot of I'll tell you my feeling. As the episode went on, I was sitting there like, they're doing a lot of talking, but the episode's almost over, and this is the last episode of the season. What the fuck? Are we going to get some answers? So I mean, one thing that they did was, at one point, Peacemaker and his group formed Checkmate, which is in DC Comics, which is another alternative peacekeeping force.
Right.
So it's Peacemaker, Adebayo, the blonde-haired girl, the big goofy white dude, Judo Master, Tim Meadows' character, the cyborg lady. I'm missing somebody. But anyway, yes, they grouped, and Vigilante. They band together and formed Checkmate as an alternative to the U.S. government, which is doing some shady shit because Rick Flag has now teamed up with Lex Luthor, and they have this technology that transports you to different worlds, different dimensions. And there's a resolution to the plot, but it just seemed like a long commercial for Foxy Shazam and the theme that they play. Because at some point during this episode, Foxy Shazam, the band that plays the theme, shows up, and Peacemaker and the blonde-haired woman go to the concert. Harcourt, go to the concert. And they play the theme from the show. And it's like James Gunn is trying to push that theme down your throat. It's like, you're going to like the song, whether you like it or not.
And that's the part I found boring. I hate to say
Yeah,
it.
it was just like, okay. And they spend quite a moment. It's all part of the montage where they're forming Checkmate, and they're dating now and they're happy. And it's very Joss Whedon-esque, where Peacemaker and Harcourt finally get together. They go to this concert. There's the montage of Checkmate getting together. And then at the end of the episode, Peacemaker's about to walk into his apartment. He's kidnapped by Flag, and Flag shoves him through a doorway onto Salvation and leaves him there. And that's where it ends. And James Gunn has said there may or may not be a season 3 of Peacemaker. Well, motherfucker, what are you going to do?
They're saving them to get rescued in some film.
Exactly. And that's where we go into the whole, this leads into the next Superman film. Well, motherfucker, that's at least 2 years away. So now
however,
we're going to spend 2 years waiting for Peacemaker to get rescued. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But there was some news that with the sale of Warner Brothers, he may be gone as the head of DC Films.
Now, I don't know how I feel about that.
So we may not see any of this resolved.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But then therein lies the rub, because yes, that's some bullshit how they ended the series. But I mean, James Gunn, like him or not, he has revitalized the motion picture aspect of DC and has brought these characters into some kind of spotlight. You know what I'm saying?
Some kind of relevant. Yeah.
Right. Yes, this is the same shit that he's been doing for a while, and it's the same formula. But I'm not tired of it yet. I'm getting there, but I'm not tired of it yet. So, I mean, him being fired, I think we touched on this last week. Him being fired, I don't think would be a good idea, at least right now. But I do need for him to start
ramping it up.
Diversifying this shit. Because his brand of storytelling is cool, but I want to see someone else take a crack at it.
I want to see it lead to something.
Yes.
I'm not quite sure where it's going. I want to see it lead to something.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I mean,
I think that's my main thing with him.
So let me ask you this, Tony and Rod, because you all are probably much more familiar with the Salvation run in the comics than I am. Is it a viable option in terms of storytelling? And is it something to really look forward to? Do you see how this could be something where it'd be like, oh shit? Because from what I understand, Salvation Run kind of leads into the whole New Gods thing as well, right?
I don't remember it that well. I remember the storyline, but I don't think it hit me enough that I actually memorized it. You know?
Yeah, I think that's kind of like where I'm with it, Tony. It's like it was an event. It was something that happened, but it's not something that was so significant that it sticks out to me.
Okay.
Like it's something that I need to remember. It's like, like Heroes in Crisis.
Right.
I was like, okay, I get it, but how is this supposed to be, how does this have wide ranging consequences? What is so special about this particular thing? That's kind of like where I was with Salvation Run. But and I think that I think James Gunn is trying to specialize in taking the most obscure stuff and trying to make it relevant.
Yes.
And I think I don't know. This one's gonna be a challenge. I'll put it that way. This one's gonna be a challenge.
Well, from my peripheral understanding of Salvation Run, they had some heavy hitters like Lex Luthor and Joker, amongst some others, were in this story. And the villains, all because they're villains, they all like split up and had their own different factions, and
of course
each other. Right. But I'm thinking that gives James Gunn an opportunity to gather a whole bunch of characters together on this world. He gives him the opportunity to kind of slowly edge in the New Gods and their stories, because we also know that we have a Mr. Terrific animated series coming as well within the next couple of years. So this kind of brings out his introduction of the New Gods and so on and so forth. But I don't know. Percy, you were talking about the last episode, because I kind of expounded on the fact that I agreed it was bullshit. You're absolutely right. But,
so I'm just gonna say this. Fuck AT&T.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck DC.
Oh.
Fuck James Gunn. Because y'all fuckers knew I was about to say something. Y'all cut me off. So fuck all of y'all. That's all I gotta say.
That's what you got, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean,
so let me ask this, and I know you guys talked about Warner Brothers splitting it up, but you also heard the conversation that Disney might be in the run to pick up DC. How you guys feel about that?
Man. That would be horrible.
Oh, that'd be terrible for both franchises.
Yeah.
So the line is that Warner Brothers saying they're splitting everything up, including DC. So they're like, whoever wants can come and get it. So the rumors now saying that there's three people trying to get it. One is Disney, one is Comcast, and one is Netflix. And everybody's saying Netflix, no, stay away from DC. You'll fuck it up. Everybody was like, okay, well, Disney. Yeah, but that would be hard. How could Disney have Marvel and DC? That would be
that doesn't even make sense.
It might be an FTC violation.
Yeah. And everybody's like,
with the government we have now, there's violations going on all over.
There's nobody at the office, so they won't pick up the phone. Don't worry about it.
Seriously.
And of course, Comcast is just as bad as Netflix. So when they want to go there, so I just that's the whole thing. And then
yeah, they really are bad at it, aren't
they? AT&T is on you, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So Percy, you're and you've kind of given us your honest opinion, but do you want to delve into a little bit more about why your disdain for the last episode this past season of Peacemaker?
The only thing is where did this lead to? I guess you were saying that nobody knows where this lead. You saying it's leading to these other things. I'm like, I didn't see it in the last episode. I didn't see it in the whole thing. I think the only time I saw something was the first season, the last episode when the Justice League showed up. I mean, what else is there to talk about?
Yeah, well, I think Tony and Rod brought up a good point that the whole Salvation run in the comics was not popular enough to sustain some shit like that. So some major shit has to be happening in order for it to capture people's attention, because the whole nostalgia factor will not be there. Nobody gives a fuck.
Because if that's what he's trying to do, he's going to have to get a whole group of villains. He's going to have to introduce those villains to the people. People who are not necessarily hardcore fans who will recognize them. He has to get us to care about those villains, because some of them obviously aren't going to make it, right? He has to get us to care about them, and then want to see what happens to them to try to escape. He's got to do that in one film.
Now, one juicy.
Are we sure that he has to make us care about him? I mean, just to see villains going after each other, like hardcore. Ain't trying to incapacitate, ain't trying to lock nobody up. They just straight out trying to massacre each other. I don't think he has to care about anybody.
I guess I mean, like, hey, the guy dressed in the yellow cat costume is trying to kill the guy with the kite.
So, okay, here's another.
Who the hell is he?
Now, here's another take on that. Peacemaker, who is kind of an anti-hero, but I guess now is a real hero, is on that world. So if Flag decides to just start throwing villains out there, Peacemaker is the one person that we would care about on that planet, right?
That's one.
Yeah, that's one. So him fighting for his survival would be the emotional attachment that we have to that particular storyline, I guess.
Yeah, okay,
I'm not a writer. I don't write this shit.
Maybe. Okay.
I mean, there'll be other characters we'll automatically care about. We'll care about Joker. We'll care about Lex Luthor. We'll care about, Harley and Poison Ivy. We'll care about, those characters, the ones that everybody knows.
Now, what will be interesting is if at some point Rick Flag because Rick Flag and Luthor are in cahoots right now. But at one point,
right,
Flag may have to throw Luthor in there because he could feel that he's getting his influence is too far reaching, or he's getting out of control, right? That could be an option, I guess. Or am I too forward thinking? Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's the problem.
No, it's an option.
One of them's going to turn on the other one sooner or later.
Oh, they have to at some point. Yeah. So, all right. So, enough of that bullshit. So now, kids, it's time for Uncle Tony's Corner, where he will regale us with all kinds of information from challenges, games, and comics right here in Georgia. Uncle Tony, take it away.
Okay. I don't know. Hey, Mel, what images you got pulled up? Okay, cool.
Look at that. She on your ass today, baby.
Hey, ready to go. All right. Well, now we've already had Marvel put out Deadpool Batman. Now DC is putting out Batman Deadpool. So this is their run of it. But they're going to have like some really good stories and team-ups going on. You've got, Hellblazer and Doctor Strange. Perfect meetup. You've got Nightwing, who is, of course, second to Batman. And you got Lauren Kinney, who's second, to Wolverine. You got what is going to be a silly story between Harley Quinn and the Hulk. And then for those Static Shock fans, and remember the character's name is Static, not Static Shock.
Thank you. You're about to catch one.
You've got Static and Miss Marvel for that teen team up.
Right. Okay.
And I think we actually got some images of what some of the artwork looks like for those.
Oh shit. Oh, okay.
All right, and everybody who's seeing these images just popped off today. So these are like, blockbuster, scenes that you guys get to see.
I ain't gonna lie. I would look forward to a Static and Miss Marvel team up. I would like to see that.
I want Static.
So how are these characters? Yeah, that would have been better. You're right. Damn it, Rod, for fucking up my happiness.
I missed it. What did Rod say?
I want Static and Miles Morales.
Okay.
So, Tony, how are these two universes meeting?
I don't know. I haven't read the book.
There you go. Okay.
So I'm looking forward to reading them. I know that back in the day when I was young, I enjoyed the Amalgam stories.
Yeah, those are really cool.
And I heard and stuff that there's actually a chance and stuff there's going to be some new characters that are going to be created. So for those of you who like collector's items, there's a chance for you to get the first appearances of certain characters.
Yep. And that's why they're getting you to pay. They're getting you to pay that money for them.
So now, okay,
somebody's going to want all of them.
I have to ask this. Does this lend credence to what Percy was saying about Disney being interested in DC?
Well, like I said, if they can get them, they will own all the major superheroes. They can basically, do what they want.
That would be insane.
I mean, I don't know how I feel about that.
DC versus Marvel.
I do not want that.
Yeah.
At all.
I think that when you have too much
Star Wars, they've got Marvel. If they get DC, basically the only thing left is what? James Bond 007 and Star Trek, and then they'll have them all.
But you dare forget Doctor Who.
James Bond, Doctor Who, John Wick.
They already started airing Scream on Hulu, so they're buying up all the franchises.
So wait a minute now. Let's
be going away.
It's only the standalone app. They with Disney.
Hold on one second, y'all, because my brain is now wrapping around this concept, and I don't like it. But I'm gonna let Rod, because Rod is much more articulate than me. I'm gonna let him explain why I don't like it.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go. Let me know if I'm correct, John.
No, you probably are.
The whole reason these guys are the way they are is purely because of competition. Stan Lee used to refer to DC as the distinguished competition. Back when he was really, in the swing of things at Marvel. The reason Marvel and DC were so different is because Marvel put a little bit more, I guess you can call it realism, into their comics, in that they used real places, and they had their superheroes go through real things.
It was
Where
more
DC,
about the person and not the character.
right, and where DC was, still a little bit on the fantastic side. They have fictional cities, and and that level of realism wasn't there. And and when Stan went out and really tried to sell his books, he went to the college crowd as a way to kind of get a new audience, and and interested in his comics. And so that boosted Marvel sales to the point where they were not only competitive, at some points they were outpacing DC because their books appealed to an older audience rather than just kids, young kids. So now if you're going to get Disney, all these things under one umbrella, you're going to get one mindset, one frame of mind, one way of doing all of these books, all these characters, when you can't do that. Like you have no you have no variation of thought. You have no variation of ideas or anything.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
at one point you can say, well, Marvel is a little bit more gritty and realistic than some DC, or vice versa. You have Black Label, and then you had Epic Comics, where you had stuff that was a little bit more adult. You have
Right.
Marvel Max. So now under the mouse, you're going to get a whole bunch of homogenized BS.
Yes. Yes. You better preach. That is exactly how I feel. Thank you for
this would be the unequivocal hive mind, where both of the comic book factions would be like the same thing.
There's a distinct difference between the two lines, and I think that the heroes in each have their specific footprint and places within society. And I would hate to see everything just mushed together. Every now and again is cool. Like every 10 years, I would love to see Wolverine and Batman team up, or I would love to see Static and Miles Morales.
If they bought them, would the worlds combine?
Right, exactly. But even if the worlds didn't combine, they'd still be under one corporate logo. I was looking at something today on social media where they were talking about a specific episode of Justice League, either Justice League or Justice League Unlimited, where the heroes met their counterparts from like the 50s or 60s.
Yeah.
And the writers wanted to use the Justice Society, but they weren't allowed by the higher ups because the people in charge thought that the viewing public wouldn't get it. And they wanted to preserve those characters for something else. Because at the end of the story, the older heroes ended up dying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're heroes from the 50s and 60s. And so
right.
they wanted the they wanted the distinction of, well, we don't want to use a Justice Society because the public will think they're dead. Okay, I'm sorry. It's a fucking cartoon. Any number of
Not
things
only
can
that,
happen.
they're insulting the intelligence of the viewers.
Right, exactly. Our imagination is what allows us to enjoy these stories, but you want to take our imagination away and say, well, they won't be able to distinguish whether these characters are really dead, and then they won't be able to buy books or toys or whatever, such nonsense. And I believe that the higher ups would try and outsmart themselves and say, well, we can't have, there's no feuding competition between these two. Everybody has to be friendly and whatever. Or we would have every 4 issues of any particular comic, we'd have these heroes fighting each other. And that's already a trope, talking about tropes that we're sick of. I'm already sick of the heroes fighting each other trope. Stop that shit.
One other thing I thought. One other thing I thought of, and I didn't think about it till you mentioned that, you're dealing with a whole bunch of talent from both of those places too.
Yes.
Where they could have said, hey, at DC I get paid this much more, so I'm going to go here. Or at Marvel I get paid this much more. Now, if you have the big two under the same corporate structure, there is no competition. There's no way for artists or whomever, writers, whatever, to kind of get what they think they should get, because out of the big two, it's going to be the same no matter what. So now I think it's going to drive more people to other distributors or other publishers, or maybe drive them to create their own like image and keep it up this time, stay there and keep it up, or Milestone or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just sounds like a really bad idea. And again, we're the grumpy old nerds, so we're used to things being a particular way. We get that, but
You always go back to
sometimes,
Sony.
right? But
Yeah,
sometimes
gosh,
stuff needs to stay the way it is, and just stop fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It just seems like a bad
Grumpy
idea.
old
Anyway,
nerds. Stop fucking
right,
with
right.
stuff.
okay.
The best show
Leave
you're
it
not
alone.
watching, stop fucking with
Leave
shit.
it alone.
There you go.
You know who else?
So,
You know who
yeah.
else I thought who put their hat in the ring for the?
Who is that person?
Yes.
You said guess?
Yeah, guess.
The Rock?
Nope.
Amazon?
Warner Brothers.
Nope.
Who else has got the money?
Tyler.
Oh my gosh, no.
Tyler ain't got that kind of money.
Okay. Go ahead, Tony. What's next?
You don't think Tyler Perry
know
can
that's
with
right.
the money to take over
No.
DC?
Tyler Perry's too busy plotting his next 12 Medea films. He ain't worried about
They're
that.
having
That
everybody
would be a
having
slap in the
bad
face
wigs on.
when Marvel's is leaving the studio. He go pick up DC.
Tyler ain't thinking
No,
about that shit. Go ahead, Tony.
don't
What's
touch
next?
DC.
What else you got for me, Mel?
Mel done went to sleep.
Mel watching basketball.
Yeah, or football. Here we are.
All right. Here we go. This is an opportunity for those of you who do not already have your copy of All Negro Comics to get your copy of All Negro Comics. And if you're wondering why you need to get a copy of All Negro Comics, all right, this is a groundbreaking book where it contains the stories from the original stories that came out 75 years ago. Basically, it's like, 8 years after Action Comics, 6 years after Captain America. You've got the newspaper man of Orrin Evans, who put together black talent and produced the first all-black comic book. Now, technically, there were black comic strips done by black creators that have been done since officially from the 1920s. But this right here is the first one that was actually in comic book form and introduced original characters. Unfortunately, there's rumors out there, so there were 300,000 of the books that went into circulation, but he wasn't able to get the paper to do consecutive issues. Basically because, the racism.
Right.
Yeah, nobody was selling paper.
Yeah, nobody was selling paper.
Wow.
All right. A few years ago and stuff, they actually did a Kickstarter for this. And I actually pledged to the Kickstarter. Oh, well, here's me actually holding an original copy, which I unfortunately don't own.
Oh.
My pockets aren't that deep. On my wish list, but I ain't got it like that.
How much would
Don't
they
worry,
ask you
Uncle
for,
Tony, I
Tom?
got a digital comic.
I don't remember, but it was I still had to pay off my house. Okay.
It was in the thousands then, huh?
Oh, many thousands.
Okay.
And the thing about it is that this book has actually, since more notoriety has come out about it, it's been going up in value.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because a lot of people, I said, didn't know about it. But like I said, they released them in a Kickstarter, and they had hardcover versions of it, along with a couple of essays and some new material that they originally had on sale for $35. And I actually pledged on a retail level, so I got some hardcovers in the shop and sold out of them just like that. All right, but the new one that is out, which is this one right here, is basically a reprint of it, soft cover from Image, and you guys can get it for just $12.99.
Nice. Nice.
So you got a chance right now to go out and get,
I got a hardcover,
which of course is an Eisner Award-winning book. How was it not going to win an Eisner for just $12.99? But like I said, the stories are good. Like I said, this is 16 years before the Black Panther. And I like, the Black Panther, the first, black superheroes supposedly from Marvel, you know, but these contain the first superheroes of, you know, African descent in comics.
That's pretty cool. That's fucking cool.
One of the characters in
the
there
essays inside of it are very informative.
Yeah.
Okay. What were you saying,
There's
Rob?
one character in there I think that's kind of like the precursor to the Black Panther.
Lion Man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lion Man.
Yep.
Lion
African.
Man.
Okay.
African
Both
prince.
cats.
Okay, Uncle John, you need to get a copy.
No, I am. Yeah, I was just about to say, hold a copy for me because I'll be up there. Well, I'll be out of town this weekend, but yeah, I'm gonna come up next week definitely because I want one.
I'm gonna have to order some more copies then.
Please,
because this has not been a hard sell at all this week.
Oh damn! So basically, he's saying black people go buy that damn book.
That's what he's saying. That's what it sounds like he's saying.
Black people are already buying the book.
Okay. So it is we have 3 minutes left in the show, and of course, as you know, super producer Mel will play that whack ass music to play us off. So instead of asking what you have for us out the door, I ask for your honest opinion on something that was going to be on the agenda for the show today. So Auntie Nicole, you ready?
Go ahead.
Okay. Laurence Fishburne as Professor X, yes or no? Damn, she's really
hard.
thinking.
Yeah, only reason why is because it depends on at where they're going to present them in, older or younger. I mean, as an older version of X, I could see it, but the public ain't going to have it. But anyway, go ahead.
You don't think the public is ready for that?
Oh, hell no. Mm-mm.
Oh shit. Well, the reason I asked this is because he is publicly petitioning to be Professor X in any new X-Men project. All right, Uncle Tony, Laurence Fishburne as Professor X, yes or no?
No.
Damn, why not?
He doesn't fit the character to me. And like I said, I have no problem with gender and race swapping of characters. But I can think of other people that I'd rather see as Professor X than Laurence Fishburne.
Other black people who could play that role better.
Yeah.
Like who?
Like I said, you've also got to there's certain things like they were talking about switching up, Magneto also. When I'm just like, no, you can't take somebody who, even with time shifts was supposed to be survive concentration camps. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, he's a black guy and he survived this during, the civil rights. Like, no, just leave the history the way it is. Just slide stuff down. I have no problem and stuff of you taking, the Punisher and shifting him from Vietnam to the Iran-Iraq war. But something that's supposed to be the core of the character, you need to leave the way it is.
Okay. Uncle Percy, Laurence Fishburne as Professor X, yes or no? You're muted, Uncle Percy.
I'm sorry.
There you
go. Hell no. Tracy Morgan was a better Professor X.
Oh my God. All right. Uncle Rod, Laurence Fishburne as Professor X, yes or no?
I think if he were to get the job, he would do a great job, but I would rather not see him as Professor X.
Why not?
I think partly because of what Tony mentioned about keeping the core of the character, his relationship with Magneto, I think would be a little different if he were to be a black man. You'd have to do a lot of changing stuff around, which I don't think you necessarily need to do. In terms of race swapping or gender swapping, I would prefer that I see as close to the original first, and then maybe switch someone, around in some kind of way. But I would really like to see on the big screen the closest to the original form as possible first, before any other types of, variation.
Okay, well, Laurence Fishburne from the Grumpy Old Nerds, we lovingly and we don't get that role. So as that whack ass music comes along, Thank you to super producer Mel for doing such a fantastic job. I'm Uncle John. This is Auntie Nicole, Uncle Tony, Uncle Rod, Uncle Percy. Hopefully, Uncle DJ and Cousin Amelia are doing well. Thank you for joining us. We're the Grumpy Old Nerds. We're here every Thursday live at 8:30 Eastern Time. Come check us out. Best show nobody's watching. And night night.